Alright, so I'm super excited about finally starting some significant work on the Super Duty. I'm going to start doing the wheelbase tonight. I'm shortening the wheelbase, so this truck was an extended cab long bed. I'm going to change the wheelbase to like 137, which would be what a standard cab long bed is. The reason I'm doing that is just to kind of make the truck a little shorter, better for trails, crawling, etc. I think the 137 is a good wheelbase to go to compared to what it is right now. And I can take a drive shaft right out of a stock standard cab long bed right from a junkyard, put it right in the truck, which is going to save me money instead of having to have a drive shaft built. So that's definitely a key note. I made some brackets at work for the frame on our brake press where I'm going to cut the frame. I'll kind of explain that in a little bit. I'm going to do this wheelbase kind of strategically to where I don't have to move any of my spring hangers for now, since I'm going to be running leaf springs still. I'm going to get some stuff situated and we'll go from there. Wayne is just super pumped about this build. As you can tell, he is just ecstatic. Do you have any thoughts about the work that's going to take place tonight, Wayne? No? Alright, great. Well, let's see what we got here. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to drop the fuel tank out, remove the rear drive shaft here, and get some other stuff out of the way. We'll see what we're dealing with, and we'll go from there. The drive shaft's out, the fuel tank's out, we cut the brake line out of the way that was in our way, moved a couple other things. We marked our frame out. We're going to cut 22 inches out of it. That's going to give us the 137 wheelbase that we're after. We marked up the frame here. We're going to go ahead and make our first cut, and then we'll get the thing separated and we'll kind of show you our next cut. We'll go from there. Alright, so we got our first cut here on the frame, so it is completely separated now. And this is going to be our second cut right here where I drew that line with the paint pen. We're going to go ahead and cut the rest of that out and we'll go from there. Alright, so there it is. That's the gap we needed. We just cut the frame out. We're gonna clean up inside here. The frame rails are pretty gross and rusted, so we need to clean those up and prep for the frame inserts that I made. So we'll get that cleaned up and we'll see how everything fits together. Alright, so I got the edges of the frame cleaned up where I'm going to be welding. I ground them down with a hard wheel first, and then I used the flap disc to clean up the rest of it and throw a little bit of a bevel on the edge of the frame there. These are the frame pieces that I made. I'm going to be putting those on the inside of the frame once we push this thing together. And that's going to give me a nice strong union between these two frame pieces here. So we're going to push this thing together and kind of mock it all up, and we'll probably start welding on it here in a minute. Alright, so the frame is put together. We got our stiffener plates on the inside of the frame. It's tacked together right now. We're going to go ahead and weld this out, smoke some nice welds on this thing, and this truck will be complete, frame anyways, and then we'll have to figure out a brake line and other stuff after that. Alright, so that is that. It's all welded up. Turned out pretty good. Both sides are welded on the outside. Got our plates welded on the inside. It's kind of hard to see up here. So yeah, we just shortened this truck. I think this is where we're going to wrap this video up. Alright, so this is where we're going to wrap up this video. We took the wheelbase on the truck from 159 down to 137, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. There's still a lot more work to do on this truck, but for now, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more work on this truck and lots of other projects that we're doing. Thanks for watching.